Hey everybody, this is Dustin, your RV Specialist. So I'm back here again. This is a 2016 Grand Design Solitude, and the reason that we're doing this video is not to poo-poo anybody, but it's an issue that we continue to see. So as you can see back here, we got the J-metal skirting, and this was something that was found just by accident when the customers came in for some other repairs. So what we've been seeing is that the rear J-metal on the back of the walls it's been coming loose. So if you have any like little wrinkling, indentions, or kicking out, what we've been finding is that the walls have been breaking off. So we don't know, we don't know exactly what's causing it. And as you can see, that piece of metal there is broken, and Terry's doing a wiggle so you can see the whole back wall shifting that's broken loose. And it's the same thing on the other side. You want to show the other side one more time too? So in our prior video, it got cut off, but somebody texted me, so it shut it off automatically. But so all these welds are torn loose. There's one screw that's broke loose. And if you can hear the squeaking and the shifting of the wall. So like I said in the previous video, I'm gonna reach out to Grand Design just to let them know that on older units, we keep seeing this. And so we don't know, if this is caused from, going in and out of a driveway like way too hard, or, having a sway concern where somebody, braked too hard or went over something that they shouldn't have or whatever. But it's not on like on a high amount of units that we see here in our shop. I think we've probably seen this. I don't know. Would you say we've probably seen it a dozen times, Terry?
Yeah.
Probably a dozen or so. I know we fixed quite a few.
A dozen or more that's had the same issue.
Yeah, and so we've had this on Reflections now. We've had it on Solitudes. We've had it on some Momentums. And so just, again, if you're watching this video, make sure that you're, being mindful when you come in and out of, driveways and whatnot. There's a lot of weight on the back of this coach. And so, it's not a frame issue. The mounting rods that are at the bottom, are secure. It wasn't anything that anybody installed incorrectly. So I'm not at all poo-pooing Grand Design or pointing any kind of weird fingers.
This is always the first sign of it. If you see this on your back of your
if you see some kind of an indentation. Let me go to the other side too so they can see. So see how much that bent right there? It's pretty significant. And then it's making a rub mark. And you can see there's
the floor and the wall are separate, so it's pushing that out
and causing that indentation.
Causing this to come out right there.
To dent, yeah. So and that's off the J skirting. That did that on both sides of this unit. So he's took both sides off. So again, just stress to you, you have a 2-axle coach, or even if it's a 3-axle coach, a lot of the suspension systems, we're always upgrading them. This one actually has a Roadmaster kit on. I think he came in for that. So that's going to help a lot of the shaking and vibration and stabilize the coach. We also encourage you to do the MoRide cross braces that help support the frame and the axles from moving all around when you're traveling. And then just slow down. You guys, most of us were, don't take this the wrong way, but most of us are retired if we're owning something like this. And there should be no urgency to get where you're going. Drive safe, be safe, go out and have a lot of good times and memories. And just remember that we're here to help fix what gets broken. So we're here to maintain your coaches and help, keep them in good standing. I always throw out, join one of our Facebook groups. We have a bunch of them out there. We have Grand Design RV Owners group, and I'll link that in the title. A lot of you know it now. I think it's probably the 3rd biggest Grand Design group out on Facebook. And again, it's where we're using these videos to help educate the consumers, help, factory guys see this, tech support guys look at these that we know of. I think the rapid response team guys see these videos as well. So, and again, this is a 2016. So this coach is basically 9 years old, or 8, depending on when they built it, 8 and change. So, be gentle with them. They're not a tank. So, okay, well, thanks so much for watching. And as we get back to this, I think you can go back and see other articles and videos that we've posted on stuff like this before in the past. So that didn't even snap the screw, but it just cracked the aluminum straight up because of the force of it shifting.
Yeah, just totally tore this completely in half.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
So-
they actually have.
And then what's that that's kicked out so bad down here? See the indentation? That's kicked out way
Yeah.
more compared to over there. See how that's nice and smooth over there?
Yeah, because we got it's completely shifted. So the whole
Oh yeah, the whole wall is
got to
shifted.
shift back this way
Yeah.
to get
And I can see that whole wall moving. So when the guys were basically moving it with the forklift, somebody was back here guiding them back, telling them where to stop. That's when you guys noticed that it was shifting and then seeing the damage on the end. Yeah. So, all right, Terry, well, I'll go ahead and let you go do your thing, and we'll get her fixed back up the best that we can, and hopefully it'll last them. All right, well, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.